And, oh my God. Hello, hello. Let's do this. All right. So hello, welcome. Sorry for all the faces that I'm making. But we are about to be live on Facebook, so just bear for one moment. And today we're going to go live right here on my timeline. Hello, everyone. I am going live tonight on my timeline, which I never do. I really don't want my glasses, but let's see what we can do, which I rarely do. So welcome to everyone. Welcome, Queen. So why am I going live tonight? Some of you don't know, but well, first of all, hello. I am Coach Vuyanzi Rodman here. I am a transformational life coach, and I help Black women leaders make career transitions with ease. So hello, Queen. So happy that you're here. I have a group called Black Women Leaders Global Network, where I usually do these lives. This actually makes the 10th week, count it, 10, the 10th week that I have done this. My hair looks so crazy. I need a haircut. The 10th week in a row that I have been doing these lives. And I'm sure if you see my lives just from a few years ago, you will see me wearing this same this same shirt. You talk about longevity. So anyway, today is the third part in a 3-part series called Nurturing the Nurturers, the power of filling your own cup. Queen, let me just explain this to you, the way this came about, because the people that I have worked with over the years, those are people that have been not just powerhouses, but caretakers. Now, when I say, Queen, caretakers, I'm not speaking about, I mean, and it could have been this way, but I'm not speaking about it in terms of caretaking for one's parent or taking care of one's child. But people that I've worked with over the years, they have been the healers, the coaches, the doctors, the lawyers, the teachers, educational leaders, people in corporate, people who have been the keeper of other people's secrets, the destiny designers for others, the destiny doulas for others, the let me see what else, and really even the dream catchers for other people. So imagine over the years, as the fierce leader that you are, that you've been the keeper of the secrets, you've been the dream catcher for some, you've been the destiny doula for others, you've been pouring and you've been pouring and you've been pouring. And yes, you may do the post about self-care and telling everyone they should care for themselves, yet in the end, Queen, you find yourself feeling very alone and feeling very empty, because the truth is, if we begin to peel back the layers, that doesn't even look like layers. Oh, as we begin to look through the grass, we'll see that you have not taken the time to truly nurture yourself. And so that is how this series called Nurturing the Nurturers, the power of filling your own cup, is because, Queen, I know that this information is not new. However, what I'm hoping tonight is the areas of your life in which you have not applied it, that you will come to grips with the truth and indeed tonight, the truth shall make you free. So here is the final installment of this. This is part 3, the third and final part. Again, I've done the other 2 parts, but I take them down each week. But you can find part 2 in the Black Women Leaders Global Network. That is my private group. So tonight, I actually don't have a name. I couldn't come up with a good name for the third part. So it's just part 3. Someone type in part 3. But I do have a few points that I want to end this off with. And I ask you to get your note-taking device, whether it's your phone or whether it's a pen and a piece of paper, that you get your note-taking device, because I ask you, after this is over, really ponder upon what it is that I've spoken to you about. Consider if you'd like to speak about it and strategize in how you can get support in making sure that your self-care, that you're meeting the needs of you. And let me pause for a second, because we hear the word self-care, and immediately some of you go to, oh, you know, that shopping or getting your nails done. Yes, absolutely. But let's frame this in terms of the spiritual self-care. The spiritual, the essence, the taking care of your spirit, the taking care of your essence, the taking care of the things that you cannot see. And that's what this is about. So the first thing I want to tell you in this last part is, number 1 is going to be, I'm encouraging you to nurture your past. Write that down and type it in the chat here. Nurture your past. Welcome to anyone who's passing through, and welcome to anyone who's stopped by to watch this, because at this point, I don't know what the algorithms are on Facebook. But go ahead and write that, to nurture your past. What do I mean by that? You are a go-getter. You are a powerhouse queen. You are sniffing out the next opportunities, because you know you can manifest this type of, these types of things in your life. And a lot of times we're looking at the past like, oh, that was great, but that was then, and we just want to move forward. But right now, I'm going to challenge you to nurture your path. Consider what the experiences that you have had that may not be always nice, but how these things may have happened for you, the good, the bad, the ugly, and begin to say, well, how have these things worked for me, have been, were working out for me rather than done to me or at me. Even, and I will say, because, I was definitely bullied in school when I was younger. And there's a way that I can frame that and say, I know, and it sounds cliche, but it's the truth, that being bullied, even though it took a downturn in my life and how I looked at myself, eventually that negativity and how I looked at myself became the forefront about how I accepted my individuality and how I accepted me for me, and that I was never going to be anyone else. So this is what I'm talking about. So think about your experiences. List them if you want, list them in your phone, list them in your notebook if you want. And I want you just to appreciate your life experiences and have gratitude about them, because this has made you the queen that you are today. It is these things that have made you the queen that you are today. So what is that? And then take a moment, to count them as blessings. I was humming this song as I was turning on the live. And it sounds, listen, I'm using a lot of cliche, but cliches don't mean that it's inaccurate. So there was this song, count your blessings, name them one by one, count your blessings, see what the Lord has done, count your blessings, wrong note, your blessings, count your many blessings, see what the Lord has done. So I would encourage you to take a moment to nurture your past. Get the sense of satisfaction, appreciation, and gratitude. Number 2 in this part 3 that has no name, connect with your present right now, right now. What in your life is happening right now that you can connect with? And why am I saying that? Because this is about being present. You're such a powerhouse and you're so used to going, fitting, you're organizing, you're putting things together, you see an opportunity, you're jumping for it, you're doing this for work, you're doing this for the family, you're doing this for the friends, you're doing that, oh, and you have to socialize too. Take a moment. This is part of nurturing yourself, to be present right here, right now. You may say, oh, no, but I need to. No, you don't. No, you don't. That's a framework of thinking, I need to do that, this, and I need to do that. But right now, get in the presence of you. Because at this moment, you have everything that you need right now, this moment. Do you have breath in your body? Do you have presence of mind? Is your heart beating? You may not have everything you want, but you have everything you need. Again, number 2 is connecting with the present. And I'll say, again, even right now, are there things you can complain about? Sure, I have, it's a leaky wall from the upstairs neighbor. I'm pushing the landlord and the caretaker to get it fixed. And I could be like, ugh, and it's leaking into another part of the house, the apartment. And I could complain about that. But what if I ask the question too, how is this happening for me? How is this happening for me? Well, I can tell you, it's pushing me to make sure that my voice is heard. It's pushing me to make sure that my voice is heard, and not in terms of yelling, because that's not really how I get down, but it's about being even thoughtful. It's pushing me to be thoughtful also about my words when I'm expressing them in a bit of frustration and sometimes in outright anger, that there's a way to still speak to people, and it's teaching me how to do this. Be present, be grateful right now for what's going on, and think of it as what is happening for you in your life. Point number 3. This is, again, this series is called Nurturing the Nurturers, the power of filling your own cup. If you ever happen to watch this, and I don't know that anyone will ever see this because I'm like, I don't even know, make sure that you saw this. Make sure you saw that, make sure you tell me that you saw this, even if you say replay. But the last part, number 3, is committing to your future. Queen, you are this future-minded person because you're so goal-oriented, because you're so, you're so committed to going forward. So this part probably won't be too much of a stretch. I feel like nurturing the past and being in the present is more of a stretch, but this is what I want you to think about your future. when you're looking at the future, you're not going to throw out what we just did for the past, and you're not going to throw out what we just did for the present. But in context, become committed to the future that maybe you cannot see, but start having gratitude for it. That I've already known what I've come from. I know the experiences that I've had. I know that it's made me stronger. I know that it's fashioned me into the woman that I am today. I know I have helped people in the past. I know I've nurtured people in the past. I know that I have been the dream catcher. I know that I've been the keeper of secrets. I know that I've been the destiny doula for others. I know that I have taken care of many others. And so therefore, when I commit to the future, I commit to the courage that I already have, that I've shown myself, that I'm still bringing that into the future. I'm committing to being content in everywhere I am. I commit that in the future, I will always take a glance back, not to live in the past, but to measure the dots to where I've come right now. I'm committed to that in my future. And I'm committed to becoming whoever it is that I become based on all of these experiences. That is the commitment that I want you to consider making about your future. So this is closing out, and yeah, 16 minutes is good enough. We're going to close out of this series. I'm also going to put this series into the group because this will not stay here. This will not stay here too long. This will not stay here too long in this space, on my live profile space. If you want to share it with someone, you absolutely can. And if you want to join the group, Black Women Leaders Global Network, I invite you to do that, Queen. But most importantly, I invite you to nurture yourself. Remember, nurture your past, connect to your present, and commit to your future. If you are indeed committed to your future, Queen, I expect that you'll click on my name, Vuyanzi Rodman, and I'll see you in the DMs where we can actually strategize about what that commitment could look like with support. Okay, so I hope that you've got something from this. You can go ahead and type in something that you heard, and I hope that more people see this. Okay, Queen, until the next time, take care.